Alright guys, I get it. Not everything I do makes a lot of sense, especially when I don't tell you what I'm up to or explain to you why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hence the explanation. Now this is kind of part of the property where I was leaning some bamboo poles up against the fence to get them up over where the poultry was, and allowing things like some grapes, pole beans, and then also some bitter melons to start growing. Now the bitter melons, because I planted them pretty much in the raw soil here, which is rock and clay, it took forever for them to get started, but they're started now. They are going. We'll see what this looks like later on. I'll give you a quick look at it now. And of course, that's not incredibly impressive or anything. And then I've also got a whole section of stuff back here I'm starting. But what it is it's experimenting, it's planning for the future, it's working on some things now, and trying to figure out the best way to go about things and do things, which I think we're going to get to. So check this out. Part of what I've been doing is these weird structures like this, where I've got bamboo with wires running around on it, right? Wires running around this bamboo. It's all strung up between these houses and stuff. That's because I'm actually going to be trying to grow food over the poultry pens. Now you can see the ducks don't keep theirs as well maintained as the chickens. The chickens will peck everything a little bit more. But what I want to do is have an upper canopy here where I can actually plant a perimeter around the whole poultry pen, and then have a whole growing section on top of it, which is part of what I've actually got going on now with things like these gourds. So if you see this, it's actually growing up there. So the goal is, and it's an experiment, to have the high fence here in between them and areas like this that then provide a level of shade and kind of cover, kind of a bit of a deterrent for hawks, owls, things like that, and then also shade, you know, for the animals underneath, and allows us to grow food across there. We'll see how it works. It's a work in progress, but eventually I may have a more intricate permanent system. This is just testing out this year, getting it started, but I'm thinking it's going to work rather well. I will give you an update later on, and hopefully this will look lush and incredible by the time later on in the year comes. But I don't know, like I said, I'm getting a really late start on a lot of things, kind of like the Farmer G, lucky there's a garden at all type thing he's doing this year. I work on so many different things at once. If you saw my video on why it takes me so long to get something done, you'll understand that I work on so many different things at once, but I'm making progress, and I think it'll pay off. So each year it should get a little easier. Each year there'll be less things, you know, like that to build, because there should be things up here. And as I said before too, you know, we've only been on this property, living on it since September. So for less than an actual year on the property, I think we're doing rather well, and I hope to continue to do good as time moves forward. Alright guys, so from our last video, the correct answers were serpentine belt, water pump, a picnic table's where I slept, and the leading brand was the friend that came and helped us out. So if you got those 4 questions right, you were in the running for a shout out in this video. Today I'm going with the quick draw. The first person to answer them all correctly was Dwells. So Dwells is a guy I met on Steemit some years ago when he entered one of my contests and needed to pick a winner for it. Since he was near me, we just took a drive over there, hung out with him and his family for a bit, and let him help choose the winner. So Dwells, you're the big winner on this one, guys, which leads us to the trivia for this question, for this video. So I've got 3 this time. Number 1, what 2 main materials did I use to kind of build that upper canopy? There was 2 materials that I used that I added to my pre-existing, you know, poultry fence and things like that to try to make an upper canopy. What are those 2 materials? Number 2, are ducks or chickens better at keeping their pen well groomed and kind of free of plants? Which ones are better, chickens or ducks? I'll give you a clue. This is the ducks here. And then number 3, I mentioned 2 potential aerial predators, one by night, one by day, that perhaps having an upper canopy here would deter those birds of prey from coming and trying to attack our poultry. Name those 2 birds of prey that I mentioned. If you know the answer to those 3 questions, leave it in the comment section below, and I will be choosing one person who answers them all correctly to give a shout out to in an upcoming video. Papa out. As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out Steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.